The Houston Rockets came into the 2016 season with no clear expectations. Some expected them to be like a 6th or 7th seed. Some expected a lottery season. Expectations really varied, but no one predicted them to be where they are now. Right now they are 35-15 and they sit as the 3rd seed in the West. And their star player, James Harden, is most likely going to walk away with the MVP this season. But James Harden wasn't the question on this roster. The questions were guys like Clint Capella and Sam Decker, who were untapped potential. Guys like Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon were really just shooters. And Nene and Trevor Ariza are aging. But these guys, despite these questions, are winning games. But the question is, does this even matter? Can these guys beat the Warriors in a playoff series? Or the Spurs? It is possible. I won't say indefinitely that they can't beat the Spurs. I could see that happening. But the Warriors, I seriously doubt that. They're just too freaking stacked, and that is the overall theme of this Rockets team. James Harden is great, and the shooters around James Harden idea is solid. It's definitely working, but in today's NBA, and especially in the West, you need at least 2 star caliber players to really win. So the Rockets need to acquire another star. Right now they're at that painful stage in the NBA of being really good, but not good enough, similar to how the Clippers have been for the past couple of seasons. So what star is available, and how do they get said star? There is the 2017 free agent class. Durant to the Rockets seems impossible, but so did Durant to the Warriors, so it's kind of a possibility, though I doubt it. They could go for Blake Griffin, but with his injury history, I'd probably pass on him. They could go for Paul Millsap, but I don't know if he's enough to put them over the top. Possibly Gordon Hayward, provided the Jazz just aren't good enough to compete and he wants to be a contender now. And I don't see any of the available star point guards leaving their teams. They could possibly find a diamond in the rough. Perhaps Serge Ibaka could be good enough to be its second option. He is a good shooter and a decent defender, so that's not a bad idea. The way the Rockets get another star is not clear, but they definitely need to get one. If they don't, they will end up like the Atlanta Hawks in a few seasons, trading away assets and signing insignificant free agents in an attempt to make a good team a great one, only to fall to the top teams over and over again. So let's say the Rockets signed Gordon Hayward and Serge Ibaka. With a lineup of Patrick Beverley as a defender and shooter, James Harden as their main star and most likely an MVP, Gordon Hayward as not a top 10 player but definitely a top 25 player, and Serge Ibaka, who was a third option on the Thunder, who were contenders for a while. Clint Capella is an athlete and player with potential, and their bench unit is headed by Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson as capable shooters and scorers, meaning their offense will never really slow down. And the bench will also have Kyle Whittler, who totally doesn't look like a serial killer at all. You're really telling me this roster can't compete? Even if they face the Warriors, Kyle will make sure that Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry mysteriously disappear. So in conclusion for this mess of a video, the Rockets are good now, but if they acquire another star, they could really beat the Warriors or Spurs. That's the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out.